Hi, I'm Sean Rasmussen from Learn How to Blog. This is the content marketing formula. Today's topic is smarter and faster, the right tool for the right job. Do you remember our formula E equals MC? The C on the end is content, the M in the middle is marketing, and the E on the beginning is the effect, the results, the money you make or the satisfaction that you derive from doing something right. It's all about setting up foundations and using the right tools for the right jobs so that you save time and get things done faster, so you are more efficient. If you want to put efficient into the E of effect in this formula, you are more than welcome, because the efficient people are the ones that get the results. We're going to look at getting more done in less time. Quickly, the content marketing formula competition, the winner's draw is on the 2nd of December 2013. There will be 4 winners of 12 months membership of Learn How to Blog, and also 1 award for the Digital Product Mastery Home Study Program. Now, for some reason in a previous session, I kept thinking it was May next month. I got no idea how I worked that out. Obviously, I'm very committed to the task, but calendarology is not one of my strengths, it seems. So there you go. 2nd of December 2013, we're going to have some very happy people. Do you remember back in the 90s when computers were called like 286 and there was literally no internet? I wasn't aware of any anyway. I think they were called bulletin boards. In 1993, I was 10 years away from learning how to send a text message on the phone. That same year I was also on a honeymoon in Europe, and for 6 weeks myself and my wife, we travelled around. We went to about 6 countries. We bought a little Volvo in Sweden and travelled around that because cars are really cheap in Sweden, and we travelled up to Norway, and we went through Sweden, drove through Denmark, right through Germany, went off the beaten track in through East Germany, back roads into Berlin and right down to Austria, and also across to London. And there's one particular story, one thing that happened in London that reminds me of a saying by Mark Twain. He says, "The secret to success is to find out where people are going and get there first." And this one day while we're in London, we decided we were going to Madame Tussauds, where they got all the, the wax cabinet and all that. And we rocked up, and it was a steaming hot day in London. It was a massive, like 28 degrees, and everyone was really hot. For us, it was like a spring day. But anyway, so everyone's out there in the sun, and they're lining up. And this queue, I kid you not, it looked like it was going to take about an hour and a half to get inside. There were people lined up around this corner, all the way down that building on the right. And it was like 4 or 6 people wide. The entire footpath was just packed with people. It was like sheep being herded in an orderly fashion down to the end of the building to go in and pay their entry fee. And we thought, wow, we're going to stand here till lunchtime before we even get in. So we decided to just investigate a little bit, and we went right up to the front to see what the actual ticket prices were. And then when we looked at the ticket prices, it also said that you could go to the planetarium. And that's the little dome on the left there. And then there was a combination, like a combo, an upsell if you like, where you could go to them both. So we decided that we would buy a ticket for both, because there was no line up to the planetarium and there was an hour and a half line up to Madame Tussauds. So we went to the planetarium, bought a double pass and walked straight through the door. And we're sitting there in the planetarium with our arms behind our heads and looking up at the sky and looking at all these star constellations and becoming experts at Carl Sagan stuff. And when the show was over and people were still lining up out the front, sweating in the hot London sun, we just walked through the internal door, straight through to Madame Tussauds, and had a great old time going through Madame Tussauds. And we just about been in there for half an hour or so, and it seemed that some of the people that were lining up in the queue where we would have stood had then finally got in to Madame Tussauds. Now if Madame Tussauds was success, we just found out where people were going and we got there first. If you enjoy standing in queues and using the wrong tools or taking the long path to get somewhere, if that's your idea of fun, then this is going to be a wasted session on you. But if you like saving time, if you like to get more done in the same time, then this is the right session for you. And it's going to save you lots of time going forward. We're going to look at internet browsers. And there are different internet browsers. If you're on Apple, you might use Safari, and you might be a Firefox fan, or you might be one of these people that have been sentenced to use Internet Explorer. Either way, I'm going to show you how to use the Google Chrome browser, because Google Chrome is the fastest browser that I'm aware of, and it is really good with anything Google. And if you like saving time, and if you like being logged into lots of things at once and having extra tools too, then Google Chrome is really good. Now if you're sitting there right now going, but Sean, I use Opera, or I use what's-me-call-it browser and I've done it my whole life. Well, I'm going to show you that you actually can use multiple browsers. I actually use multiple browsers myself. Every day when I fire up my computer, I start up two browsers. I fire up Firefox and I fire up Google Chrome. And I do different things in the different browsers. So think of it like this. If you don't use Google Chrome already, you don't have to start Google Chrome up when you're not doing social media stuff, or not on your blog, or not watching the content marketing formula. So you can just use that browser just for that, and then use your favorite other browser for the other stuff that you do. Why do we want to use Google Chrome? Here is one reason. For starters, Google Chrome is faster. It is established that Google Chrome uses less resources and is faster to use for your computer. And I'm going to show you a way that you can actually put less load on your computer by using a particular extension on it. The other advantage is Chrome is actually Google. So Google have optimized it to work better with their applications like Gmail and Google AdWords and Google+. Everything is optimized as far as Google can, and they're always working on it. Then you can get some really cool extensions, and you can do that with the other browsers too. So the extensions will get you the right tools, and they can save you a lot of time. So it is perfectly okay to use multiple browsers at once. Here, for instance, I'm in my Gmail at the moment. This is all linked together through a Google account, so my Gmail account, everything's got the same login. I can go into my Google Plus account from there. I can go and check out different apps. For instance, I can go into my YouTube account. And I'll open up some tabs here because I'm going to do something in a moment that is really cool with Chrome extensions. So I'm going to grab a couple of these YouTube videos and I'm going to open them up in new tabs. So I'm just holding down the control button on my keyboard and I'm going to click on them like this. And then I'm going to open up a new tab and I'm going to go to learnhowtoblog.com.au. I'm going to open that one up and then I will click through to some of those blog posts. So I'm going to hold down the control button and click, and they'll open in a new tab. And that's part 2 and part 1 of the Common Sense formula on the blog. I've also opened up tabs for part 1 and part 2 of the Common Sense formula on YouTube. Here is an extension I'm going to share with you that you can use that will save you a lot of time on your internet experience. And that is to use these extensions for Google Chrome. I'm going to share with you 4 of these today. And right now, I've just got a list here in an extension that I'm going to share with you in a moment. But right now I'm going to open a tab which is the content marketing competition, which was part 2 of the content marketing formula. And in this post somewhere you could download a PDF. Here it is. This is the checklist to download the PDF. Now, how often have you downloaded stuff and then not located it again? Here is a great time saver for you as an internet marketer or running a business or just in your personal life. Chrome extension number 1. I'm in Google Chrome right now. In the top right, you'll see a little icon with 3 lines. Click on that one and then click on Settings. And then in the top left, click on Extensions. And in here you have your extensions. Now yours may be empty. I'm going to install a Google Chrome extension called Download. And the link to access that one is below this video. I just happen to have it here. And this is the window that will open up when you follow the link below this video. It's a Google Chrome extension. You need to have Google Chrome installed as a browser for this to work. And all you need to do is click this tab. Click on that and then you add it to your Google Chrome browser. And as you can see, it's been added up here now. What does that do? Well, for starters, that's how quick it was. That is now installed. And if I click on that little icon now for the downloads, it will open my downloads location on the computer. Great. Now let me go and locate the tab where we're going to download the PDF. Here it is. Now I'm going to download this PDF. I'm going to right click it and I'm going to save it. And I'm going to click Save. And now that has been saved on my computer. Right now, when I click that little icon again, there it is. Now I can remove it from the list. I can click Show in Folder, but it is there now. So I can open the Downloads folder and it will simply take me to the location and then I can use it from there. I can also just click it from here and it will open up. And there it is. So let's say I close it and I totally forget about it and I just can't locate it on, it's the next day or 10 minutes later. I can't find my PDF or my ebook that I downloaded. All I need to do is start up Google Chrome and click the little downloads icon and there it is. A very handy feature. So that is extension number 1. That one's called Downloads. Let me share some other ones with you. There's one called OneTab, there's one called Alexa Traffic Rank, another one called Pinterest. Let's look at the Pinterest one first. These links are all available for you under this video. This particular plugin puts the little Pinterest logo up the top, and it means that when you're on a, let's say, learnhowtoblog.com.au, and you decide that you want to share this to Pinterest, you click your little Pinterest icon while you're on a web page and it's going to take you to your Pinterest account and then it'll come up with all the images it can find and it will, you click the one that you want to pin, let's say this one, and now it's in my Pinterest account and I say, right, I want to put it into my SEO folder and I click pin it and there you go, and that has been pinned. That's how fast that was to put that to Pinterest. The idea is if it's convenient and fast, people will do it. So that's the Pinterest extension. The Alexa Traffic Rank is very cool, and that one, the link is below as well. And that one is just as easy to add. You simply click and add it. And when that is added, this is what you do with it. When you're on a website, and let's use learnhowtoblog.com.au as an example, your Alexa traffic rank icon will show you the world ranking of this website. I can just click it or hover over it, but when I click on it, it says that it takes 1.839 seconds on average for this page to load. Now you can click through on the rank. You see it's ranked 2,000 in Australia, 127,000 in the world. If you click on the rank, it will take you through and it will show you stuff about this website. So you can do this. You can check out competitors' websites. If you sell bathtubs, you can check out the other bathtub sites and see how they are going. It tells you that the bounce rate on learnhowtoblog.com.au is 46%. That's good, by the way. The daily page views per visitor. Every visitor on average visits 4.3 pages before they leave. And the average time on the site is 6.3 minutes. It will also tell you whether or not this site is improving or decreasing its traffic and so on. You can see where are people visiting mostly. Australia, India 9%, 17% from the United States. And it will also show you how much traffic comes from search engines, tells you what sort of keywords are used and typed into the search engines in order to get to this site for people that are locating it. Pretty cool, right? 25% of the visitors arrive from Google, 9% from Facebook, 7% from google.com.au and 3% from LinkedIn. So you can have a bit of a bo peep here and see what your competitors are doing. But probably even more interesting is that you can check your own site out and get an idea what the hell's going on with your site, which is really, really good. I reckon that's great. And then the next extension is One Tab. This is what One Tab does. I've got One Tab open on the left and you can see I've got all this different stuff here, right? Now I'm going to go to my One Tab extension, the icon here on the right, and I click on it and it's going to put everything into One Tab. Watch this. Click. Boom. Now everything's gone into One Tab. Pretty scary, right? So let's have a look in here. This was already there. Everything from now just went into this One Tab. So I'm going to have a look. I'm going to go Gmail. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of Google Plus, the main YouTube account. Let's get rid of that one. All I'm doing is closing browsers now. Then we got the YouTube videos, the home page of Learn How to Blog. I might just keep that there. And then we've got the blog posts from Learn How to Blog. And seems that one of them's in there twice. And also this is the Alexa page that we had a look at with the traffic stats. I'll get rid of that as well. Now at any stage I can just click restore all and those will just open up again. Right, and out they come. But I want them all back to the One Tab. So there they go. So this is what I can do now. I can rename different groups. For instance, I've got a group called Learn How to Blog, LHTB. I've got another one called Extensions, and that's purely there because I was going to show those 4 extensions to you now. So when I want the actual links, I can just grab the links from there. Here's a content marketing formula course on One Tab. So imagine this. You can have this One Tab and you can have everything on the course in one place. So I've grabbed the page for the intro, I've put the page for part 1 and part 2 there, and then I've also put the blog posts in between. Then we've got the YouTube video, and I drag this one down as Content Marketing a Science, and I'll drop that one in there. And then we got the Content Marketing Competition on YouTube, and I'll drop that one in there. Now can you see how you got everything in one place? There's the intro video on its own. These 3 are the same video One's in the video portal, one's in the blog, and one's in YouTube. So if you wanted to be part of the competition and go and comment on these or do social signals, you've got it all in one place. It's just a nice little convenient thing. Now I can go and clean this up and I can say, here you go, why don't we share this as a web page? And now I've got a link here and I can give this link to you. And when you grab that link, and if you click that link, this is what will happen. You click the link and this page will open for you or anyone that you send this to, and they can now go and have everything in one convenient location. Now, is that a time saver or is that a time saver? So you can see you can organize yourself pretty well doing this. Now here's the other thing. Let's say, for instance, that I have got all these blogs that I go on every day. Let's say, for instance, that I go on CNN.com. And let's say I like to read the New York Times as well. And by the way, those two are just blogs, right? And let's say I'm an absolutely dedicated reader of Learn How to Blog. Let's face it, we want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest, right? So we got possibly 3 of the greatest websites in the world, CNN.com, NewYorkTimes.com, and Learn How to Blog. Now you go to your one tab, you click it, boom, they're all in one tab. And then you can go in here and say, oh, didn't want that one, didn't want that one, didn't want that one, didn't want that one, didn't want that one. Let's just get rid of them. I'll locate them later. And here we go. Here are my news blogs. So now I can rename that one. I might just call it news or daily news. And now I can go in. I can lock the group so it can't be deleted or anything. And now I've got my little news group that I can go into every day. So let's say, for instance, let me close that down. I'll open a new tab, close it, and let's say I've just started up Google Chrome. All I need to do is go and click on the icon, fires up one tab, and I can go and click straight through to those sites. Pretty handy as far as I'm concerned. Just keep in mind that if you've got lots of tabs open and you decide that you're now going to go into your one tab, it's going to just merge them all into one tab. So the trick there is to grab a new empty tab and drag it with your left mouse button down like this and drop it again. And now it has actually opened that tab in a new window, so it's on its own. Can you see there's only one tab? Then you can open one tab and it's all there. As you can see, those are 4 great extensions for Google Chrome. You could soon go overboard and use all sorts of extensions. There are a lot of bad extensions out there. These are 4 really handy ones. There's another one I use called LastPass as well, but I'm not covering that in this particular video. Can you see that Google Chrome is a pretty handy browser? Sure, you'll have those sort of functionalities in the other browsers too, but that last extension that I showed you, for instance, OneTab, has been known to reduce the load of your CPU, which is basically the heart of your computer, reduce the load by up to 96%. Because all these things that are going on in the background just get sort of shut down and just sit there until you need it. The more you open in your computer, the slower it will run. Slower is not smarter. Smarter is faster. So you can have multiple browsers or you can just use the one. If you're gonna just use the one, I really recommend Google Chrome. Seriously consider it. At least give it a try. If you want to be successful online, doing blogging, content marketing, any sort of making money online stuff, it's a good idea to be efficient. And if you want to be better than the others, you just have to be a little bit smarter than the others. That's all. And a little bit smarter is actually not a lot, because most people aren't going to make the extra effort. But you are. You're here now. And that's the bonus. A little thing like today's session can save you hours in a day. It can save you days in a month. It might even save you years in your life. Extra years that you can spend doing what you love. Maybe it means you have your weekends off instead of working your weekends. Maybe it means that you can aim towards working a 3-day week one time, so that you actually have 4 days off a week every week. Wouldn't that be a great thing to aim towards? You can get the same amount work done in 3 days than you do in 5. You just reduce the wastage. Upcoming sessions in the content marketing formula, where the money is, we're going to talk about what you can do and how you can make money online. About blogging, content is king, social signals and search engine optimization, traffic generation, unlocking your inner expert, $100,000 business plan, and much more. I'd like to share some content marketing formula competition tips with you. You're probably aware of how you can win this. Remember to comment on leading posts, because if your comment is on the post that gets drawn, then you're in the draw to win. Google Plus comments have double effect, because when you're commenting on something and you put a Google Plus comment in, you're putting a Google Plus vote in at the same time, which brings up the Google Plus votes on the article that you're commenting on, which means you're stacking it in your favor. The more social signals that article has, the more chance that article has of winning, and you're commenting on that article. So remember, when you comment on something, if you also share it or click like on Facebook and tweet it, that is increasing your chances in the competition. And the votes that we are counting are Facebook, Google+, Twitter, and Pinterest. Those are the 4 categories. And here's a Google Plus comment tip. When you comment in Google Plus, whether it's in the blog where you can use Google Plus, or if you're actually in Google Plus itself, here are some things you can do. An optional thing is to add the person to your circles. Then when you comment, add their name in the comment. Here's an example. If you're responding to me, or if you want me to get the comment that you're dropping in somewhere on someone's Google Plus profile or on someone's blog, and you're using Google Plus, you can say, "This is interesting, don't you think? Plus Sean Rasmussen." And if I'm on your contact list, that will put my link there, and that will get sent to me in my email. If you're simply replying to me in that comment, my name will come up automatically when you type plus SE, and it will just drop the name in for you. Let me show you a quick example. I'm on the Learn How to Blog Google Plus page at the moment, and let's find a post where we got some comments on. This particular one is Content Marketing a Science. Now I can click open up the comments, and as you can see, we got a bit of conversation going on here. You see, I've been talking, Elle Marie, Bill, and so on. So now if I wanted to respond in here, like click add a comment, or I can also click reply. To Lynn, for instance, I click reply, and you can see that her name's already come up. But let's say if it didn't come up and I said, "Great idea," plus, and I put her first letter in, and now it'll give me names to choose from, and I click on it, now that name goes in, and when I post that comment, now that will get sent to her through her Google Plus profile to her email notifications, and that way she actually finds out that I have responded. So they get an email notification, and it means that the conversation continues, or at least it gets more attention because other people can see what's going on too. So try this on a thread in Google+. I'm going to start a thread on the Learn How to Blog Google Plus page, and I'll put a link below this video for you. The thread will be called something along the lines of My Best Google Chrome Extensions. You can locate the link below this video. Reply to it and put my name in the comment, or someone else's name if you like, just like that, plus Sean Rasmussen, and then that will go in. I'll get notified. Then I know that you actually have sent a response, and then I can get there and respond to it. So if I come back tomorrow morning and there are 5 people that have responded, those notifications will be in my email, and then I'll go in and check it and I'll reply. And it's a priority of mine to reply to the comments in social media. It's part of my business. So therefore, I'm happy when I see these notifications. Likewise, you can also communicate with the other people in that thread as well. So when you see other people reply, it's a good idea to have a bit of conversation with them too. Lots of tips there, guys. As you can see, Google Chrome is a very, very handy browser. If you do not like wasting time, then Google Chrome is a great option. Try it out. If you're already on Google Chrome, kudos to you. If you're going to try it out, fantastic. I'll take my hat off to you. If you need support in any way, you know the deal. Comment on the blog, learnhowtoblog.com.au, or ask questions in Facebook, Google+, or Twitter. And you can also send emails to newsletter@learnhowtoblog.com.au. Emails direct to me are not going to get fast responses right now because I seriously am very busy with this course right now. And that's absolutely fine because our traffic is going off the scales at the moment on the blog, and I like that. So thank you for being part of this. Today's quote is Mark Twain. The secret to success: find out where people are going and get there first. Here's your homework for this session. The Google Plus comment tip. That was to go in and comment on the Learn How to Blog Google Plus page, locate the link below this video, and go in and make a response, put my name in there, or talk to someone else in that thread. Or if you happen to be the first cab off the rank, fantastic, then we'll reply to you. Then install Google Chrome and give it a crack. It's really worthwhile, and have a look at the extensions in the blog post. The link is below this video, and you'll get the links through to every single extension there. Remember to leave a comment below this video. Thank you very much for joining me here today. I'm Sean Rasmussen from Learn How to Blog. This is the Content Marketing Formula. See you in the next video. Live life, have fun, and enjoy.